To your question, Dan, I have started to blame Postecoglou for this. Now, while a lot of the focus around Postecoglou and Spurs' defensive issues has been the high line, and without Van der Ven, they just don't have the pace, but he refuses to change or have a plan B. Time and time again, I just think Spurs make very basic errors defensively. And while at first it's easy to put that down to the individual, when that keeps happening to any number of individuals over a prolonged period of time, you have to start asking questions of the manager. I specifically remember Spurs at home to Chelsea and how easily they conceded in that game, a game that they lost at home to a City rival. Basic errors. Sometimes you just need to put the ball into touch and not worry about having to pass the ball out to the back. I was very critical of Postecoglou a couple of weeks ago in the first leg of that cup game against Newcastle, where, again, you just take the lead. Austin, who's in goal, albeit first time for a very long time, decides to try to pass the ball out to the back. And then there's the controversy around the handball. But it never should have come to that. And I said then that was down to Postecoglou, that the team are just... It seems as though they all feel forced into playing the game a certain way, in not just defending what they have. So again, because we're talking a number of players, because we're talking over a prolonged period, the manager has to carry the can for that.
But this is a...
Yeah, but hey, but guys, you also have to think about the situation. They need a leader too, because we're talking about a team now. They're wide open. You guys are talking about, but who in the team is really going to call them back if they're getting exposed like that? Sometimes, okay, I understand the coach. He has to maybe change in certain ways, but also as a team player, you're on the pitch. You're going to say to the guys, "Come on now," because I think I'll give an example. When Harry Kane was there at that time, he was definitely the leader and changing teams that maybe even if the manager wouldn't like it, but now someone has to talk. You're not going to let your team get pummeled every game, every week game. You're playing and you look so wide open. It's almost like it's embarrassing sometimes playing against them. It's like they're so spread open. There's so many holes in the team. Is no one fixing it? And I think that becomes a big issue, and that it has become a big issue for them. And I don't think they can fix it now because it's a normality for them to be open.
Did you see the Paddy Power, the British bookie?
No. What's the...
And this sort of sums Tottenham up.
Right.
That he's going to be another manager that just falls the same way as Mourinho and Conte and Pochettino and all the ones that have gone before them. Jamie Vardy won the conference with Fleetwood, got promoted with Leicester, won the Premier League, won the FA Cup, got relegated, got promoted again, drunk 100,000 cans of Red Bull, and Spurs still haven't won a trophy.
Yep, there we go.
Which kind of tells you where they are in a nutshell. That he'll just be the fall guy again. And Daniel Levy will sit there, they'll pluck another manager out. Maybe they'll have some better luck, but they'll certainly have some better structure at this moment in time. But maybe they'll have some more success, but I think there's an ownership issue as well here. Not to go away from Postecoglou. At the moment, his tactics are a disaster. But there's definitely a momentum shift in the Tottenham fans towards the ownership. Whether they're going to be able to shift them as well as the manager, I don't know.